think I deviated after Sam died, like deviated to this mindset. If I could ski the best line, get the best shot, win the world tour, and do all of these things, like these accomplishments are gonna be the things that like propel me into finding happiness again, or like my success was going to somehow make me feel less sad or less in pain.
Yeah. I am Molly Armanino. I live here in South Lake Tahoe, California, and I'm a professional free skier. In a single instant, my world fell apart. The momentum, the excitement, everything I had worked for went up in flames. After Sam died, I was consumed by loss. He was more than just my brother. He was my greatest supporter, my partner in every adventure, and my biggest fan. We shared our lives in the mountains, and I had built my career with him by my side. Now, those same mountains, once my refuge, echoed with the absence of a life that would never be the same. A reality I wasn't quite ready for. Yet, the mountains don't care if you're ready or not. Despite their beauty, their indifference to life or death can make you question everything. The mountains have no loyalty to you. They owe you nothing. We know this, but we still go back seeking their fierceness as if it could be captured. As if conquering the highest peaks could bring us closer to our past. As if these forces of nature can pull back time, even if it's just for a moment. But maybe there's another way. Maybe the mountains aren't just here to be conquered. Perhaps they have something to say. Perhaps they can teach us something larger than life itself. Maybe we just have to listen. Knowing I had a huge season ahead, I was pretty nervous about my mental state, and I felt like I needed to connect with someone who could understand what I was going through, and that's when McKenna came to mind. McKenna's like the real deal. She's super dialed, and it seems like every line she skis is with such precision and intention, and whenever she goes off and skis a line, it looks like it should just be straight out of some high-end ski film.
Sick.
I'm the boring one that's dialed, and Molly's the exciting one that you never know what you're gonna get.
Me, on the other hand,
Godspeed, have fun.
You all right?
Dang it! Ready? 1, 2, 3. The knees up.
lot.
Yeah.
Tahoe's been really fun. It's been cool to see Molly's backyard and have her show me around, and just spending the time with Molly. She's had a hard year, and I know where she is right now.
McKenna and I have this unspoken connection around grief. Her father died in an avalanche, and I spoke with her a few years ago about it, and it was really impactful. And I feel like her experience kind of helped guide me a little bit through my recent loss with Sam.
Going into the mountains is something that really helped me deal with my grief and continue to find joy and excitement in life. And I believe Molly will find the same, and I'm really happy I get to share that with her. In the beginning, when you're first feeling grief, it can be overwhelming and dark and heavy and holding you down. Eventually, you'll get more used to it, and you'll continue to carry it with you, but let it take you for a ride.
Yeah.
There will be ups and downs, but just ride with it.
Yeah.
Bring it along.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
McKenna showed me that even in the places that have taken hold of our loved ones, we can find solace in them. Even on the darkest days, we can still laugh, find joy, and cherish the beauty around us. Maybe, just maybe, the mountains in their raw, untamed state aren't just a backdrop to our loss, but the very forces that can guide us through our deepest grief.
When we compete, we want to put it all on the line and ski right at the top of our ability and be right at that threshold. Versus I think if Molly could just tone it back a little bit, learn to not go all in, not go balls to the wall, ski like she's skiing at the resort with her friends, she's going to be on the podium every comp.
Molly, always so exciting to watch. She came on to the Freeride World Tour with a bang last year, right away just staking her claim as one of the women to watch.
After McKenna came down for the week, I felt pretty ready for the tour. Thinking back on it, I don't know what I was trying to prove by going to the tour. Maybe it was for myself, or I guess to kind of like prove to Sam that I could still do it and be strong and keep going forward. Verbier actually went pretty well. Like, I did a little double, and yeah, I ended up getting third, and that was pretty exciting start to the comp.
Molly Armanino above this gigantic cliff and coming out clean into the lower sections.
Looks like she's making it into a double. That was amazing.
The airplane turn double, so technical there for Molly Armanino, airing into the closeout, and still more to come as Molly stacking up multiple features in the fall line. A banging run there for the American rider riding out of Tahoe. Extremely high risk, because if that first airplane turn drop doesn't work,
you're tumbling over rocks.
The wheels are coming off. All right, well, the judges have had their say, and Molly, 80.67, and she slides into the hot seat. First rider in the 80s of the ski women.
And then Kicking Horse happened, and it was just a tough comp for everyone, I think. I don't know, it was like either bad vibes or bad conditions. It was just kind of a hard competition, I think.
Sending it off the nose and just shorting that slough cone transition, and you saw she got put back seat. That crust forced her into a bit of a high side, and she unfortunately went around. Sending that bottom nose though, still having fun with it.
And then when Georgia came up, I basically had 1 third place and 1 crash, which meant that I kind of had to like turn it on in Georgia. And I either, got top 5 in Georgia, or the tour ends for me.
In the start gate is going to be Tahoe rider Molly Armanino. Molly right now with a 3rd and a 9th. So she is sitting overall 5th. That's just uphill of the good side of the cut. Anything above 3rd, she's in. Anything below or 4th and below, it's a maybe. Again, depending on what happens with some of the other riders. We've seen some of the threats to her go down hard today. So Molly Armanino always one for a spin.
As I stood in the start gate in Georgia, it seemed like the weight of it all finally took its toll. Sam, the constant desire to prove something, this incessant need for success, all for what? Felt like I was reconstructing my dreams on a shattered foundation. And then it finally collapsed.
Molly Armanino dropping in 3, 2, 1.
Freeride family cheering her on as she approaches this, call it Victor de la Rue cornice that he opened this entire face up with huge air into it. So smooth and stylish while in the air. Absolutely flying through the top section here.
Yeah, now Molly getting out into a section we haven't seen any other skiers in. Popping up and over now. This is Billy Goat Town for Molly Armanino as she comes into the sunny side. She said she was a little worried about being in this sunny section of the face because it is a little crusty, but it's just to find her way over. And now this section has not seen much action, any action in fact, as Molly's putting the first track in over here.
So steep, so creative. Look at that slough. Look at how she is working with it, finding her way down through this spine in the center of this massive face.
Molly Armanino now, Molly Armanino now. now into the exposure. It's Sharky there, but she can handle it. Like the veteran she is. Look at what she's skiing above. No. And Molly going down. Molly getting carried over all of those cliffs.
I'm hoping that the slough
She's moving, she's waving, she's
protected
okay.
her.
She did go over that with a cascade of slough. She's still got both skis on.
Wow.
So Molly Armanino taking an absolutely horrendous fall over multiple stages.
At that moment, I felt betrayed. Not by life, but by the things that I trusted to guide me the most. The mountains were supposed to be a reflection of my own strength, but they failed me. Or maybe I failed myself.
The mountains have always been kind of like my sanctuary, and then after everything, they just kind of, I felt really estranged to them. Like they seemed really distant and scary. And I really just wanted to like stop skiing in general. But I knew that like the mountains still had a place for me to be, and I knew that I could still find joy in skiing, and I really needed to find that again. The more that I walked, the more the mountains kind of started shifting, and they became less scary and daunting and a little more welcoming. It was like the further that I walked, the more connected with Sam I felt. And for the first time this season, I felt truly happy.
Stop what you're doing, better stand down or just keep coming, yeah. Can I point, don't need it, do I bet it's coming. Stop what you're doing, better stand up or just keep moving, yeah. I'm sorry, I'll let you see your bed is coming. I know it's like yesterday, but I'm indifferent, I like it today. All the sentences got me wasting the day. The color of her trigger wants me to stay. Up in the business, up with the flow. Up in the witness, up with the spill. Take away this life, I know you will. Let me just take it to my promise. All these roses, she got me rolling. All these roses, she got me rolling. I picked the fruit of the sky cause I love the taste. Good on my promises, my mistake. Put it head high in my mind for you. It could've made a better damn life for you. Up in the business, up with the flow. Up in the witness, up with the spill. Take away this life, I know you will. Let me just take it to my promise. All these roses, she got me rolling. All these roses, she got me rolling. All these roses, she got me rolling.
Reflecting back, the season was just really hard, and I think I've had to learn some of the hardest lessons that I've ever had to learn. People keep telling me that like I will be able to think of Sam and smile and laugh, and I don't know when that day will come, but I know that like going back into the mountains and feeling this, like finally feeling this sense of like happiness, that it gives me hope that I will be able to move on from this. I mean, maybe not move on, but like I'll get through it. And I feel like it's important that this story is told for everybody else who's going through loss, because it's a universal thing and everyone goes through this. And I think just the idea that there's hope for the future is an important message to get across.
These landscapes, they teach us that healing isn't found in victories, but through the trials that test us, the setbacks that dismantle us, and the bonds of friendship that rebuild us. They show us that hope can thrive even in a world rife with challenges. As the mountains stand scarred and tormented amidst flames and storms, they tell a universal truth about ourselves, that our resilience is forged not in isolation, but through the collective spirit of friendship and the healing power of nature. We find ourselves not through our ambitions, but through our perseverance. And as McKenna once told me, sometimes you just have to let it take you for the ride.
Stop.